think I would have made it.
I think I was going to give up at some point because that was when I was. Then after throwing up, I started to feel really lightheaded. But that wasn't even the hardest part. I think the hardest part was between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. the next morning. We had to move to the other side. And it got really cold, like really cold. And I started to feel sleepy for the first time. And I was hallucinating, but yeah, again, maybe if we were just doing it for ourselves, it would have been easy to just call it off. And a lot of people don't know this, but 2 days before the attempt, I actually fell sick. So I was down with a cold, with a cough and catarrh. I was sneezing blood, actually. I was sneezing blood multiple times. And I was thinking maybe we should move it, but, Nigerians came, people travel from all over the world. And I think that support system was important. And you look around you and you see the people that you love, people that love you, and they're standing with you. And now you just can't give up on them. And, you're doing this because you want the world to see the children. You're paying the ultimate price, the ultimate sacrifice that if you believe so much in something and you're willing to make such hard, painful sacrifices for it, then people would be inspired to do the same. So yeah, I guess it just made it all even beautiful, more beautiful story to tell. Yeah, and I'm glad we were able to pull it off eventually. Yes. Amen.
So what was the highlight of your, was there any moment that was like the moment for you?
As far as highlight, I mean, when I sat through the moment where the drummers came and everyone was singing, I think his name is Abe.
Abe, yes.
My family, culturally, the religion is called Santeria, right? So we have my aunt and uncles, my grandmother's brother and sister are famous congueros. So they play percussion. So when we have parties in the family, everyone's playing the drums and the percussion. So like spiritually, everyone's really lifted and excited in the movement. So there were moments where like, I was feeling the heaviness of the sleepiness and the tiredness in my body. And I remember that night when we were in front of the steps, like I had to pull out my phone and record it. Like I felt spiritually lifted. I told my father this, like, I felt like something came within me, like, because there was a certain point where I was literally, I didn't know how I was doing it, like, like, I felt like almost like I had a burst of energy after that.
Right.
And we had a really tough night, because I think some of the tougher moments for Tunde and I were when there was no one around. And it was just the solitude of he and I and the few people in our support group and no one in Times Square. So like the beauty of seeing somewhere where millions of people want to go see and then being there at night when there's no one there. Right? And that silence sometimes. That's why I would tell like Omo a lot, please put the music. Where's the DJ? Like, come on, we need something. In fact, I remember one night, we got up and we started dancing.
Yeah.
Everybody started leg dancing in Times Square with no one around, just us, but so that we can wake up.
Yeah, true.
It was like, we tried everything, and honestly, my motto always been keep pushing. And I tell my students straight up, I don't teach quitters. You quit, that's it. I'm not a coach anymore. And it sounds a little intense, but it's the fact that if they can translate that attitude into other things, then they're never gonna quit on themselves, right? So I had to keep pushing, and then I didn't want to give up, and I didn't want to see him give up. And that's why I feel like we were each other's backbone at a certain point, like, just, keep going, keep going.
I think it's interesting. I want you to just share with Tunde the fact that how you got here in the first place. You were not expecting it. You got a single phone call. You said yes on a conversation with Angel. So how did that go down?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I say it's almost like God's will, because I came out to the Marshall Chess Club to actually celebrate the woman that taught me chess and changed my life. She personally invited me to come to the celebration with her, and I went. Angel was there. I'm standing next to Angel, and my teacher was about to receive her award. Angel gets a phone call and says, "Give me a second, it's Russ." And he looks stressed. I know Angel my whole life, and he says, "Man, Tunde needs someone to play. Something's going on. You know, if they don't get someone to play, I don't think they could do the Guinness record tomorrow." I looked at Angel and said, "I'll do it. I'll play Tunde." There was no hesitation. It was like, I understand the cause. And I've never spoken to you formally or had a time to meet with you, but actions speak louder than words. And I've been able to see that through your social media and through the Gift of Chess social media, the impact you guys have been making. So I said, look, why not? How can I let that fall apart if I can do something? And I have a history of being up a lot and breaking night and staying up for long periods of time. So I took a shot. Did I know I could do all the hours, Tunde? I'll be honest, no. But I thought I could. I said, you know what? I think I could do it, and I'm gonna go for it. That's why when we spoke on the phone, I didn't want to allow myself to show any doubt or fear. And I would tell you, like, we're gonna do it. Let's make it happen. You know what I mean? And then, you know, when I first spoke to you, I didn't kind of feel that. I'll be honest, that like, yeah, we could do it. It was kind of like, I'm gonna do it, you know? So I went with it, you know? It was a decision that I had no idea. I was in a point in my life where I needed something to pick me up too. Because like I told Russ, you know, I've been having a tough year with the loss of my mom. And this for me kind of was gonna be like some way to catapult myself, you know, to a better place. So, I mean, sitting here today, I'm absolutely happy I did it. And not for myself personally, even though it did help me and it's been helping me, but for the people, for the kids. I've been all about helping children since I started playing, or since I started coaching, really, you know?
I know. And I don't think we could ever really fathom how massive this is. I just saw something this morning, like the last 2 days, we like searched on Google. It was crazy. Like the internet literally went bonkers. And I think it's such a beautiful moment. Like I said, people came with their children. People stayed till midnight with their children, you know, because they wanted their children to see that moment, experience that moment. And this is such an inspiring thing for us, even the human race, that we can continue to push our limits. Like, you know, I mean, someone will come along and be inspired to break this record maybe in a couple of months now. And that is how our civilization has advanced, because people came together and decided that, you know, this is the boundaries that we have, that we can push that a bit further through technology, through our actions, you know, in whatever it is that we're doing. And people continue to do that. And that is how progress builds up over time. And I think this is another moment like that, by just showing that through this mental toughness, you know, and we can stay, we can do something for humanity, and we can bring the world's attention to a moment right in the heart of Times Square, the city of dreams, you know, the concrete jungle where dreams are made of. I think it's something that the world will never forget. And it would be hard to replicate such a moment ever again.
Right.
Right? It all came together and it was very organic. It was such a spontaneous idea. It wasn't so well thought out or planned. But we had the will of fire. The will of fire to go out there to play chess. You know, this intellectual endeavor. I've given so much of my life to chess. You know, 8 years ago I retired. I stopped playing. I decided to devote my entire life to just teaching kids and raising champions. And, you know, these 8 years they've been deeply fulfilling for me. And I don't think I ever want to play chess again as a professional, you know, but, you know, some of the kids will go on to even break, you know, bigger records. And I'm glad, you know, this could be the start of something truly remarkable. We're not able to hit our fundraising goal. I think we're able to raise about $130,000, you know, but then a lot of people have been reaching out, and I think a lot of the goodwill would translate to something substantial, and at the very least continue to get support and resource so we can share this beautiful intellectual gift of chess with many more children around the world who are looking for an identity, an intellectual identity, a way to control their own outcomes. right? A way to control their own outcomes beyond what maybe the poverty of their parents has chosen for them, right? And that is the big idea behind this. And that is why the world is paying attention to this now. And yes, this is day one.
So there's just two stories I want to tell you guys. For me, this moment is a dream come true, but in a lot of ways, I don't know if you know this about Shawn, but you're my guy, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been through a lot. And times have been tough for us in some ways, but I think we share the same heart and the same fighting spirit. You know, I want to believe that. And what we went through, I wanted 5 years ago when Tanny got even when I wanted so much to give that to more kids, and I didn't know how, and I wanted to push it through. But you know, one of the bright spots of that was that, you know, who saw that story? When you and I were in the New York Times together, when we were on the Today Show.
Yeah.
You saw it. It was Tunde
I saw it,
Onakoya.
yeah.
And that's the reason why he reached out, and for us all to be together now, champion what we were part of those 5 years ago in 2019. It's just crazy because the New York Times article is Shawn Martinez, right? Russ McCoskey, boom, helping, putting what we have in the line for these kids. And now to be doing it again with Tunde Onakoya all together, it's just crazy. For me, it's like a redemption moment for myself. I wanted this so bad. I wanted to do something good for humanity so bad. I said, give me a shot. That was my one wish. I said, give me one more shot. Give me one more shot. Just give me one more shot. Give me one more shot. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna put everything in it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was with you guys 60 hours straight. You know, I didn't quit on you guys either. And I was running back and forth, and I was working as hard as you guys were in a lot of ways. Maybe not on the chessboard, but I wanted this for the kids a lot. And the second thing, the biggest moment for me was last night. After it was all done, my daughter was in the pit. When you guys broke the record, my daughter was there. She's, you know, we're in the car. Go Tunde, go Tunde, go. And the daughter comes in. Shawn. So I got my kids, and my son Benny's been picked up by Tunde in front of the world. You know, my kids are seeing this, and all I want for my kids is for them to have a heart. You know, they grew up in a situation where they have a lot of access to a lot of stuff. They grew up in a good neighborhood or in a good school. I want them to understand that what it means to care, be a good person, to give beyond measure. And so I say goodnight to my daughter, Libby. You know, she looks at me and she's proud of her father. I can tell she's proud of her father because she was there. And I leave out of her room, I close the door, and she said, Dad, can you come back in? I opened the door, I walked back in. And she's standing up, and she has a $10 bill. And she said, I want to donate a chess set. I was like, yo. You know what I mean?
It's a beautiful thing.
You know, her heart understood what it was like to give. I didn't tell her to do that. She went into her piggy bank. She went into her little kitty, and she came out with $10. And I was able to give that gift to my daughter from what you guys gave her. That was everything. So thank you guys.
That's a beautiful thing. You have beautiful children.
Yeah.
I was talking to them. They were hanging out next to me, seeing who played chess, who didn't.
Yeah.
We did it.
Awesome.
We did it.
Nah, you have a beautiful heart, man. Both of you, you know. Definitely.
So, guys,
Big
we signed 100 of these boards with Tunde. We signed another 50. Shawn and Tunde are going to sign a board. And if you want to be part of history, Tunde said if you want to take a piece of him, he's going back to Nigeria in a couple hours. But if you want to have a little piece of his heart here in New York or whatever, the boards are up. Tunde, I don't know if you want to tell about this board, what we plan on doing with the official board. But
Yeah. So this is the board on which we broke the world record. We're going to auction it. It's an important piece of history, and I think the person that should be the most deserving of having it should have to pay premium for it. It's not just a piece of my heart and Shawn's, but it's such it's a monument of history, and again, we're going to auction it in a couple of weeks. So yeah, if you want to have such an important piece of history, just look out for that announcement. And yeah.
Right. I just want to say one more thing, and you guys can speak. If you watch, listen, money. I learned that when we were trying to chase money, and I was holding up a sign, everybody donate $5, $10. But then I saw the love of the drummers. I saw the people. The real love is in the heart of the other human. Money can't buy that.
True.
So I want to tell you this: we get these chessboards out just like this. We want to get 1 million out to the world. Take a chess set and go into the community. You don't got to give us any money. Get one of these boards and pay it forward. Go under the bridges, go into the prison cells, go into the schools. Each one teach one. And if we all go out there, listen, money can't buy heart and hustle. And money can't buy wanting to change the world. Only you guys can do that. Get a chess set. These chess sets cost $5. Get one. Beg, borrow, and steal. Say, I want one of these. And once you have it, take to the streets with it. You can be a part of what we are doing. That's the whole thing. The more chess that we get out, the more people are empowered to do the hard work. You know, we have ambassadors and people all over the world doing the hard work. They don't have a dollar to their name, but they got a heart of a lion and they're changing the world. I'm extremely proud. So I say join us. Get a chess set. You don't need to do it in the name of anything, but just go out there and teach somebody. Connect with somebody. Treat someone like a human being. Show someone love. Look them in the face. Smack them in the back of the head. Say you can be a great player. right? Like Shawn said, never give up. You know what I mean? Someone wants to give up. You never give up. You know, if you can give someone the heart to never give up, that's the transferable skills that benefit the rest of their life.
Yes.
Don't give up on people. You know, and chess could give you the tool that can be all these things in the way that you want to be and bring something beautiful into this world. So thank you, Pat.
Yes, sir.